Hello everyone, I am Trevor and this is Anna. We are the Delightful Travelers. If you are new around here, make sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell. And if you're returning, well, welcome back.
Today we are in Penang, Malaysia, and we have heard rumors that they have some of the best food in all of Asia here, maybe even the world, arguably. So we're gonna check it out.
Alright, the first dish we're going to try today is called Wanton Mee Soup, and it looks really colorful.
And it also smells so good. So from what I know about it, it's a Malaysian soup. I think you might be able to get wonton mee not as a soup, like as dry noodles as well, but don't quote me on that one. It's made of wonton noodles. There's some pork in there. I see some greens, not sure what those are. Some chilies, and the broth looks amazing. So
guys, you might notice today the audio might be a little hard to hear in the video. That's because there's so much commotion going on here.
A lot of fans.
A lot of fans, a lot of traffic, but we'll do our best. Anna now has the chopsticks, and she's going for the noodles. Some of that broth.
Celery.
Celery.
It has a nice crunch to it. The noodles are kind of like ramen noodles, but thinner, I would say. Sort of like between a vermicelli noodle and a ramen noodle. Good, nice consistency. They're not too soft or too hard. Really like them.
All right, I got some of the pork and a chili on here. I'm gonna try this. Yeah, that's good. That pork is so tender. It's very flavorful. The chilies aren't very spicy. We had a dish the other night that had some chilies. I also found it not spicy, so for us, it could be, I wouldn't mind if the spice level was a tiny bit higher, but overall, it's really good. This is total comfort food, right?
I wonder if you're a local, if they add some spice to it, or if it's just not a spicy
right.
dish.
Clearly we're tourists, so maybe they didn't add the regular spice to it, but it is good either way.
All right, so we just got to the bottom of the bowl, and there's actually some wonton dumplings down at the bottom.
It's like a nice little surprise. I got a piece of one. This dish, it just keeps getting better. Definitely pork dumplings. It's a nice little treat, like we said, when you get to the bottom, but now we're finished and we're off to the next place. So the first stop was really, really good. So far it's living up to those expectations.
So, from what we understand about the way street food works here, it's really interesting and a little bit confusing maybe.
Yeah.
So nighttime it really seems to come alive, but there's lots of stuff that's open just during the day as well. And they seem to be in stalls, in food courts, in markets, just in like tiny restaurants. Like it's all over the place, and it's different varieties of ways to get your food.
So next up is one of the most popular dishes in all of Malaysia, especially this region. It's called Char Kway Teow, but it's the vegetarian version.
So typically when you order it, it would come with prawns and I think cockles.
Yeah.
But we just asked for a vegetarian, they said no problem at all. I think they usually add that at the end, so it was just they don't put it on when it's finished. Yeah,
so we don't eat a lot of fish, you guys. I know that's one of the things people, the locals here do. You'll see a lot of vegetarian dishes today, and maybe some chicken and some pork, but now let's give it a go.
So in here you're gonna see two different types of noodles. It's actually really cool to watch them do that. It looks like one big string of noodles. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah.
Some green onion maybe?
Yeah.
Definitely some sprouts, and there's egg in there. But imagine if you're vegan, you can probably get it without the egg.
It smells so good. I always wish you guys can smell this. Like, oh man, this is gonna be delicious, I think.
And I think she might have said there's some chili sauce in there too.
Perfect.
All right, here we go. Hopefully it's not too spicy because we don't have any water.
That's right, I never thought about that actually.
So it kind of reminds me a little bit of like pad thai.
Pad thai, yeah.
It's got a little bit of a kick to it.
Yep.
There's no peanuts in there obviously, but it's got that kind of flavor to it. There's probably the different sauces that go in, probably similar to it. And they've got these flat noodles, the egg, and then I think there's a rounder noodle as well, but I don't see it at the moment.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I see why you guys like this dish. It does remind me of pad thai a little bit, but it's the only thing I can compare it to. I realize it's completely unique. The bean sprouts in there, give it a little bit of a crunch. Everything else, I mean, the fried noodles, so they're always a little bit slimy, but I mean that in a good way. Put the two textures together and it's really good. There's a bit of a kick, like I said.
A little bit, but not too much.
And there's some vegetables in there. Overall, like, I could eat this every day, you know? Like, this is so really, really good, you guys.
One of our favorite dishes we've tried so far in Malaysia, but next up we're gonna see if we can find some Indian Malaysian food, because we hear that's one you have to try. So we made our way down to Little India. We were looking for a dish called Nasi Kandar, which is a Malaysian Indian dish. It's basically rice, some chicken, some curry, some veggies, and you kind of mix it all together.
Yeah, and check it out though. Everything is separated the minute it comes here. I'm not sure what that is yet. We'll figure it out in a minute. We got some white rice. There's the chicken. Oh, that smells delish. This just showed up. It's a mixed curry is what they said. And then we got some veggies over here.
Yeah, I think I see cucumber and maybe pineapple.
Yeah, like interesting, pineapple. Okay, now we've mixed everything together. Looks phenomenal. The color in this dish, I absolutely love it. So Anna's gonna go first, as always.
So I got some chicken on there, curry, some rice, some cucumber.
All right. It smells spicy. That's a good thing.
It's very spicy. It's delicious. Cucumber adds a little extra crunch.
We got some Coca-Colas here to help us with the spice level.
Yeah, it's not, I mean, it's not crazy spicy, but it's enough to make my eyes water.
All right, here we go. I got a big old hunk of chicken. The chicken is so tender. My fork just went like right through that. It totally just falls apart in your mouth. Whew, got a bit of spice there. Totally falls apart in your mouth. The sauce is kind of creamy with a bit of a punch. The rice, obviously it's white rice, so that just absorbs all of the flavors. The pickled, what is that? Is that cabbage?
Must be cabbage.
The pickled cabbage is great. And then add in the little bits of cucumber and I think pineapple. Overall makes it such a unique dish. Again, back to I see why Malaysian people like this dish. It's just really, really good. It's one of those things I would put in a regular rotation if I lived here in this country. I'd eat it all the time.
So the last two dishes that we've had have been really, really light. We haven't really filled this up, but I think this one is going to be more filling, and we might be hopefully not too full after we're done.
I know. I think we're going to eat more.
Yeah, we do need to eat more, so we can't get too full.
So that was really good. It was probably the heaviest meal that we've had today, like we said, but all we knew we had to try Malaysian Indian food.
Right, and we know the proper way. It seems to eat it was without a fork. We didn't even want to attempt that. We would have made a huge mess. I think we were the only ones there with forks.
We've never tried eating with our hands before. Maybe we should have, but there was a lot of people watching because of the camera, so we just didn't today. Maybe next time.
So, next up we have a dish called Nasi Lemak. We actually had a really hard time finding it because I think it's traditionally for breakfast. But it's basically a coconut rice, and it looks like there's some other stuff in it, but I think coconut rice is traditionally what it is.
Yeah, take a look at the colors in this guy. There's also an egg, some cucumbers. The rice is very vibrant. It's orange. There's a bit of paste. I wonder if that is like curry or
maybe. No. And I think those might be little like fried anchovies.
Fried anchovies. They're usually not for us. So I'm not sure if we said yet, but this is one of the more popular dishes here in Malaysia. Definitely Penang, and Anna's going first as usual. She's trying a bit of everything. Looks like she got a bit of everything.
Some rice and some sauce.
First impressions, thoughts?
Not at all like I expected it to be. A little bit spicy. I don't even know if I can tell you what it tastes like. It's something I don't recognize.
I'm gonna make sure I get a little bit of these, I think they're beans. Do you think those are beans?
Yeah, it looks like beans.
It looks like beans. So.
Or peanuts, maybe.
Yeah, maybe they're peanuts. They're peanuts, I think. They're crunchy. It is a flavor that I just don't know. We've not had this before. Full discretion. Not my favorite dish of the day. I'm trying to imagine why people have this for breakfast. Like, to me this does not taste like a breakfast dish, but that's because it's the first time I've had it. There's a little bit of spice, a little bit of crunch. The anchovies are a bit salty. I did try one. And there's cucumbers as well, so it adds a bit of crisp and freshness to the whole dish. Overall, it's okay. Not my favorite of the day, but I think we might have to have it again at some point since we still got a bit of time here in Malaysia.
That didn't look a lot like what I saw when I researched Nasi Lemak, so I'm wondering if they gave us the right thing, but who knows? Yeah, we don't know, right? This is our first time trying it. Let us know in the comments, maybe that was not the right kind of Nasi Lemak, so if we're back another time, which we will be, we can try that version. But also, things to keep in mind, this is definitely not every single dish you have to try when you're in Malaysia. There's loads and loads of different dishes. And we're just 2 people, guys. We're just 2 people. And it's one day. We can't eat all of the dishes, so if there's a dish we missed, let us know in the comments, so next time we are back we can try them, or someone else that's coming that watches this video can maybe try your suggestions. Absolutely. And so last week we were at this incredible resort here in Malaysia. It was called Pangkor Lot Resort. It was out of this world. You need to go back and watch that if you haven't seen it already. Yep. Next week I think we're going to explore more of this beautiful city. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be looking for some street art and just popular attractions here in Penang in general. Yes. Alright guys, that's it. From Penang, wishing you delightful travels. See you soon.